Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. So in March this year I decided to restart my gardening business. What I mean by restart is I started this business around 4 years ago, and last year I had a whole year out to go down a different route with another side hustle that I built up, and realised that this is probably my best opportunity. I built up a lot of reviews and it was ready waiting for me to get back into it and build back up my customer base and really push it in 2026. So the hardest thing isn't actually doing the jobs when you restart, it's getting the phone to ring. So I'm going to talk about how I got back to having a fairly full diary again within just a few months. And it is worth noting that I literally sold all my previous clients. This is literally starting from ground zero when it comes to customers. So how did I get my customers back so quickly? So there's three main ways. When I first started 4 years ago, I set up a Google business profile, and this is so underrated and so many service businesses still don't do this. This is where people are going to leave legit reviews, and when people search for local gardening and exterior cleaning companies, yours is going to pop up, and how many reviews you have is going to really help the customer choose you over other businesses because it's credibility. The next two things are social media platforms. So the first one is Facebook. Make sure you're posting on your own Facebook page, and if you haven't got one, make one, but also post in local groups every 2 to 3 days. And the third one is the Nextdoor app. So this is where local neighbours will be looking for recommendations. So you can post pictures before and afters of your work, and you can also use it to message loads of local people in the community as well and introduce them to your services. And guys, if you are just starting out, make sure you ask every customer that you visit to leave a review. And I would personally prioritize Google Business because that's where most people go looking for a trusted tradesperson in the local area. The next two things should go without saying, but make sure you answer all of your calls as quickly as you can, because people will ring you, and if you don't answer, they'll ring the next person. You don't want to miss out on the work, especially when you're just trying to build the business from the start. And then of course, make sure you turn up when you say you're going to turn up, and this goes for quotes as well. Don't book somebody in for a quote on a Tuesday and then lazily turn up on the Wednesday because you couldn't be bothered or you were too tired on Tuesday. Something as small as turning up on time actually shows the customer that you care about your business and you care about them as a customer. And guys, make sure you're getting before and after photos, especially of those jobs that are going to look really good when you finish, because you can post them on your Google business profile, Facebook and Nextdoor, and again, that's credibility. It shows the quality of your work. So within the business that I've started, which is gardening and exterior cleaning, there's quite a few services that I offer, and you'll be able to as well, and that spans from lawn mowing, hedge cutting, border work, garden clearances, driveway cleaning, patio cleaning, and even gutter cleaning, because that's a great one to add to your services for the winter especially. And I'm also thinking about adding on window cleaning in the future, and maybe also a little bit of tree work as well, but I haven't got that far yet. Now the winter months can feel really long and hard in this industry because obviously customers aren't out in the gardens, they're not thinking about getting it maintained, they're not really even using the garden spaces, so naturally the phone doesn't really ring. That being said, if you have built up a good customer base, by the time the winter comes, there should be lots of little things that you can do in the garden to bring in some income. For example, gutter clearing that I mentioned. You've also got things like fence painting, and also like summer houses and sheds, they need painting to be protected for the winter months. Something to mention as well when you are first starting out, whether you're doing this on the side of your job on the weekends or you've jumped in with 2 feet and you're going straight in with it, is your first before and afters and customer reviews are actually more important than the money you get paid for the first few jobs, simply because that builds trust and credibility, and credibility buys customers in the long run. Quoting in the early days is difficult because you feel really disheartened if you give a price and the customer comes back and says you're too expensive, they've gone with somebody else. But over time you'll learn that you won't win every quote, and it's actually a good thing that you don't win every quote, because that means you're not the cheapest and you're not giving away your quality service. And if you're watching this video thinking about starting your own service business, even if it's not gardening and exterior cleaning, it could be carpet cleaning, dog walking, whatever it might be, I have created a free guide to teach you how to get your first 10 clients really quickly. If you want to grab the free guide, I'll leave a little link in the description of the video. I have also created a step-by-step video course, which is over 2 hours in content as well, and I made it £10 so it's accessible to anybody, and I'll also link that in the description of this video too. But thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you've recently started a service business, what that service business is, or if you're thinking about starting a service business.